Hey guys, welcome back to Foreverland. We are in Animal Kingdom here today in Walt Disney World, and I am really excited to try all three of their springtime cupcakes. We have the Sea Turtle Cupcake, the Flamingo Cupcake, and the Honeybee Cupcake. I will go into them a little bit more in detail as we try each one. Nick is also here. She's going to be behind the camera today. So let's dig in. Let's get started.
We might vomit, honestly.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves and have any cupcakes yet, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave any comments below on if you had these cupcakes, or if you hadn't, which one you would have tried, because we're going to try all three of them and probably go vomit after. So let's get started on that.
The Cupcake Thunderdome.
Alright, so first up, because she's melting really fast, is our cute baby flamingo cupcake. It is a strawberry cake filled with strawberry compote, guava frosting, and strawberry crispy pearls that are falling off. So let's dig into this one first.
I think this one's gonna be my favorite. I'm gonna have a preemptive guess that this one's gonna be my favorite.
I'm gonna say either this one or the honeybee cupcake. So it was actually not terribly sweet. There was a lot of frosting on there, and there was a lot, that whole flamingo part was like just sugar compressed into a flamingo head. So that was a lot of sugar, and that was really sweet. The guava buttercream powder was not that sweet. It was actually pretty delicious. The strawberry compote filling, though, like, sold it. Like, that brought it home for me. That was really, 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 really good.
I really liked that
I
cupcake.
could keep eating it.
Yeah, it's like one of those where, you know, you take a bite of a sweet and you're like, oh, a bumblebee. Oh. You know when you take a bite of a sweet, there's a bumblebee. Look at her. She's bumbling. Right there. Anyway, you know, you take a bite of something and you're like, that is a one and done kind of deal. Like, I could actually probably eat like 3/4 of that and not get sick, so... Good start.
Yeah,
what a good start.
We're not going to, but we could.
No. Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
Let's move on to, I just want to get it out of the way. The worst one that I think is going to be just overwhelmingly sweet is this Sea Turtle Cupcake.
I agree, which is sad.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for the honey one. So I'm going to save that for last. So let's dive into Mr. Sea Turtle here.
All right, buddy, you're next.
Sea Turtle Cupcake. We have a graham cracker cupcake, which sounds very intriguing to me.
It does. It really does.
I love a good graham cracker. A key lime filling. Guava gel. Don't know how that's going to be. And just plain old vanilla buttercream. And it's probably just going to turn everything blue. So
yeah, it's not going to be good for us later. Honestly, the mix of these colors, it's not.
Yeah, can't wait.
Be rough.
So let's dig in.
Oh, is that the gel? Oh my gosh! Oh my god, that's like it's insides.
I don't like that. Stop! Just got it. Gross.
Well, I got to see his little head off.
Okay, so as you can see, it is very mutilated.
He did.
But all together, it was very good. I'm not a huge fan of key lime. It's like one of my least favorite things. So that's a lot of what I tasted. But all of it together, that guava gel really, really made it worth it for me. The graham cracker cupcake kind of just tasted like a vanilla cupcake to me. It wasn't very graham crackery, but also graham cracker is a very understated flavor anyways. I feel like maybe would have been better to have like a graham cracker like crust crumble in there somehow. But that's just my opinion. It was pretty good overall, altogether, but individually not a huge fan.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think if any one element was left off, it would not work. but like I got a really good piece of buttercream with that graham cracker on it, and like with that on the vanilla buttercream gave it a very graham crackery taste. The guava gel was super bitter and this was super sour, so like all of it together like was a really nice mouthful. It was not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, so I was pleasantly happy. I'm happy with it.
You know what was sweeter than I thought it was going to be? His head. I put his whole head in my mouth and I spit it right back out. It was so disgusting because it was green apple. That's like under key lime pie for me.
I wonder if this is peach.
I think so.
I'll try it.
Alrighty, let's head on to the honeybee cupcake. Okay, time for my hopeful favorite, the honeybee cupcake. It is an orange cake cupcake with honey custard and I think just vanilla buttercream with little crispy pearls and little sugar bees on top and a white chocolate honeycomb thing. So let's dig into this one. Let's see what's in the middle. So I'm gonna get ahead of myself. Let's talk about the honeybee cupcake. So the orange cake itself was very strong, but the consistency of the cake was really wet, which made it kind of like pasty gummy kind of a cake, which I wasn't a huge fan of. It was a little bit of a letdown. And there was like no honey filling at all. So what you could see once we cut it in half, it was super shallow and it was a very thin layer in the cake itself. So I didn't taste any honey at all. The orange was super overwhelming and super powerful, which I think made Nick not like that at all.
It was bad. It's like, you know that like artificial orange flavor, not like the fresh orange flavor, like orange dreamsicle. And then what made it worse for me was that the honey custard, not only was there none of it, it was broken. So it was kind of a chunky, weird, pasty texture. It was sad. You know, you think of honey and you can do so much with honey in a cupcake. Like, so you can make a honey cake, like, and honey cake is delicious. And to me, the lack of custard, the pretty poorly executed orange flavored, I don't know, not a fan.
Especially in comparison to the other cupcakes.
Yes.
There was not a lot of custard in that at all.
Yes.
Womp womp. But yeah, so overall, what was your favorite?
I think my favorite was the pink flamingo cupcake.
Okay.
I think they all, well, except for me, the bee cupcake, I think the flamingo cupcake wins overall for overall like flavor. And I think the sea turtle cupcake for me wins on overall technique. I just think there was a lot of technique in this that was executed very well. The key lime custard was perfect. It was silky, it was smooth, the flavor was delicious. That guava gel was such a perfect consistency. And the cake itself was crumbly and moist and delicious.
It was the only one that wasn't like wet. The other two were kind of wet.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say I was gonna say my top three. There's only three. I guess my order, I still would probably put the honeybee cupcake as number one, and then 2 would be the flamingo, and then the sea turtle. By my personal preference, only because I love orange and I love like orange like dreamsicle, creamsicle, and I love like a good orange cake. It was very strong and it really didn't blend out the honey really well. I wish there was more honey, like I said, but I also liked that I wasn't like hit in the face with like sweetness. Like it wasn't very sweet, which I really liked. It was very citrusy for me. And I just don't like key lime, so that's why that one's on the bottom. And the strawberry compote in the flamingo one, that was great.
Yeah,
that was really real good. That fresh fruit hit me right where I needed it.
Mm-hmm. It definitely, to me, you know, it's so funny that like we have such differing views, because to me, like the most Disney cupcake was the honeybee. Like the like when I come here and complain about cupcakes all the time, like it felt like the most like manufactured, like this is in our Main Street bakery, where the other two like shocked me with the flavors. And
I would say for me the most like Disney one is the pink flamingo one, because it's like super extra and it's like hot pink, and there was a lot of buttercream in
there
that.
was a lot of buttercream.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, I mean, if you're seeing this, these will be gone. So if you're able to come, or if you've had these, you know, you can form your own opinions. It's all about what your taste is, what your preference is. Everyone has different preferences, so
Yeah, and now you know everything that's in them, so maybe if you hadn't had the chance to have them, you can try making them at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, what are we gonna say is the best cupcake?
I don't think, for me, I'm gonna say the Flamingo, because it was my number 1 and your number 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Foreverland's favorite cupcake was the Flamingo one. So
Which
yay!
fits because it's pink and we love pink.
Hey, Pink Moon!
I think the most important message is the reason why they released these cakes, and it really was to put out conservation on a different level. And Animal Kingdom tries every single day to try and let guests know about conservation and habitat destruction and all these great things. And these were specifically released for Earth Month. So obviously these are 3 animals that we need to be paying very close attention to, and I love that. No matter what the flavors were, no matter what we thought about them,
Yes.
the fact of the matter is that these are issues we should be caring about, and if it means putting out a cupcake to care about it, then that's what they've got to do.
Yep, and it was great. I
Yeah.
loved that.
And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy we experienced that. So
Same.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us a lot. Maybe subscribe to our channel if you're new here, and leave any comments below on what you thought about our cupcakes. Not ours, Disney's cupcakes, the cupcakes. We also have a podcast. Make sure you check that out. We release episodes every single week. It's called Magically Unstable. We are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you can get a podcast. So make sure you check us out there, and we will talk to you next week.
Now we're gonna go ride Everest and vomit.
Hey,
so
fingers crossed.
Stay magical, everyone.
Bye, guys.